Hi, everybody. Good morning. Thank you for checking out our Tuesday morning webinar by Outdoor Adventure Marketing. Today, we are going to be talking about the #1 strategy when advertising your adventure company on Facebook. So thank you for joining us. Amber, welcome. Thank you for joining in the chat, and welcome everybody else as well. Today we're going to be talking just for, we keep these fairly short to about 20 minutes. We're going to talk about the #1 strategy when you're advertising your adventure company on Facebook. So we're going to talk a little bit about the background of Outdoor Adventure Marketing. That's our company. We're going to review Facebook ads, just give you a high level to set some context. We're going to talk a little bit about Facebook audience generation, and then the #1 tactic you should be using if you are running Facebook ads. We'll leave a little bit of time at the end for questions, and then we will continue from there. So without further ado, let's get started. It's 10:02 a.m. We are Outdoor Adventure Marketing, and we are a lead generation we do lead generation for outdoor adventure companies. We're a digital agency that started in 2009, and we are located in Tempe, Arizona. We have 10 full-time in-house staff, and we drive prospects, qualified prospects, to your event or tour business. We've done this for a lot of companies, and we have what we call a proven method for tour-related lead generation, and it's an area that we have a lot of expertise in. My name is Adam Arkfeld. I'm the founder of Outdoor Adventure Marketing, father, so there's a picture of my daughter there, which we do when we're parents, post pictures of kids everywhere. I'm a cold brew enthusiast, business owner, and digital marketer, just to give you a little bit of background on my side. All right, let's jump right into this to make sure that we stay on time. All right, let's chat briefly about Facebook ads. Facebook ads appear in your Facebook feed about 1 in every 6 posts. They can be photos, videos, products, interactive ads, all sorts of different types of postings can be an ad in your Facebook post. The way to distinguish ads, in the upper left-hand corner, right under the business name, it says sponsored. So in this example, you see Infusionsoft and then sponsored underneath it, and that indicates that it's an ad. When you click that ad, it might take you to a website, a landing page. They now open chat interfaces, a Facebook page, or even a lead form. So a lot of times people don't really notice their ads. Sometimes they do. Sometimes the design is so clean and professional that it just seems like an ad. So that's basically what the ad format looks like in your Facebook feed. In the upper right corner, you have the ability to see why you're being targeted for an ad. So within the Facebook interface, marketers choose audiences and build audiences in order to target them with the ads. So audience generation is done through age, gender, location, Facebook behaviors, interests, activity, and a number of other variables and factors based on your activity in Facebook. So this is the ad we were looking at before. In the upper right-hand corner, there's a little upside-down carrot that you can click, and then when you open it up, it says, why am I seeing this ad? And a box will pop up. So in this instance, I'm not sure if you can read it, but it says the reason you're seeing this ad is that Infusionsoft wants to reach people interested in email marketing based on activities such as liking pages or clicking ads. There might be other variables like people that are 21 and older who live or were recently in the United States. So Infusionsoft has created an audience that I fall into as a person because I've expressed some sort of interest in email marketing, and therefore their ads are showing to me. So using this audience example, this audience type of mentality, we're going to build on that to talk about how it works for outdoor adventure marketing companies. There are a few different ways to target people in Facebook. You can basically target them based on their profile settings, which include things like your age, gender, location, job title. Profile settings are those settings that someone has put in their profile specifically. So this is concrete data. You know where people are located. You know what their age is. You know what their gender is because people have set their profile. So that's really strong. Those are really strong targeting characteristics. On the interests, every time you like a page, you click on an ad, you click on a link, you interact with a Facebook page, Facebook is tracking that and basically trying to understand what things interest you as an individual, and that then rolls into your profile. They also use third-party data to pull in things like purchase behaviors or intents. So they get information from credit card companies, loyalty card companies, mortgages, things like that. So we can target people based on how many credit cards they have open, what types of cars they buy. Not incredibly relevant for outdoor venture marketing, but gives you an idea of the type of data that you can pull in. And then the fourth targeting method is based on your liking of individual pages and then friends of people that like individual pages. So there are a number of different ways that advertisers can build audiences for Facebook marketing. And they pretty much revolve around these four categories that we just touched on. So I'm going to go over an example of a Facebook audience that's really strong. So a really good Facebook audience that's unrelated to outdoor venture marketing. So the example that I'm using is new moms interested in fitness. This audience has very highly reliable targeting characteristics. When you look at the audience details, we have moms living in Phoenix, Arizona, ages 18 to 35 female. All of these are profile setting characteristics, so they're incredibly accurate. And then people who match parents 0 to 12 months and have interest in health and wellness, physical fitness, gyms, physical exercise, and behaviors fitness. So this audience is very strong. It has some of the stronger characteristics about the gender and the age and where someone lives, and then what people are interested in, what they're clicking on. Are they clicking on fitness-related posts? Are they liking pages that are related to fitness? And the demographic is fairly concrete. Now, when we look at it for outdoor adventure marketing, the scenario gets just a little bit different. So for example, we're going to pretend that we're looking to target ATV tour companies in Colorado, and because we have a tour business there, and we want to get people to our tour business to come and ride ATVs. So here's a screenshot of the geographic targeting. So we're just going to say Denver, Colorado, 25 miles. We're going to say 18 to 60 and both men and women. At the top it says people who live in this location. There are a couple other options like people visiting this location, people who have recently been there. For the purposes of our conversation, just leaving it people who live there is just fine. On this next piece of information, this is where we were choosing what people are interested in. So we have outdoor enthusiasts. They might be interested in ATVs, extreme sports, or UTVs. So when we're thinking about an outdoor company that runs events like skydiving or bungee jumping or ATVs or snowmobiling, you want people that are interested in those activities. So this detailed targeting profile seems to fit the bill. Outdoor enthusiasts, extreme sport, UTV, ATV. Now, when we start to think about this just a little bit more, it turns out that the audience doesn't make a lot of sense for outdoor adventure companies, because people that are interested in ATVs or people that are in Colorado and have an interest in outdoor adventures doesn't necessarily mean that they have the intent to go on an ATV tour. There are a lot of things that I enjoy doing when I'm in different cities or in different areas, but it doesn't necessarily mean I want to go do that at that given moment in time. So in last week's webinar, we talked about intent and Google AdWords being a really strong advertising platform because visitors have strong intent when they're searching for ATV tours in Colorado. On social media, you can create an audience that covers the characteristics of people that might come to your outdoor tour company. However, they don't necessarily have the intent to do that. Regardless of how perfect your profile is, there's a very small moment in time when someone is actually going to look for a tour in a certain city and then book that tour. And with Facebook, we don't really have control to know when people are interested in going on vacation and when they might be interested in booking your tour. That works really well for Google AdWords, not extremely well for Facebook ads. So Facebook audiences do not work well for outdoor adventure companies just from a general perspective. Now, what you can do with Facebook audiences that does work extremely well is you can use Facebook to complement your other marketing efforts. You have a lot of different sources of traffic coming to your website. You have potentially Google AdWords, organic search, PR, email marketing, direct website traffic. There are a lot of different places that people can come from in order to get to your website. So when those people, let's say, click on an organic listing in Google and they go to your website, we can have Facebook then tag that computer and say, this visitor is interested in your company. Then when they go to Facebook and they're browsing, looking at pictures of kids and family vacations and things like that, your ad will come up. So it may seem a little bit counterintuitive that you're advertising to people that have already shown an interest in you, but what it really does is it catches those people at the exact moment in time when they are interested in booking a tour. An example that you'll see a lot is Amazon or Nordstrom following you with products after you've gone to their websites and viewed products. So if you've ever gone to Amazon, you have 5 or 6 different things on there that you're considering buying, and then you go back to Facebook, you see those 5 or 6 items in your news feed as a product ad, which is obviously not a coincidence. Amazon is taking note that you're viewing those products. They're then showing you those products again, saying, hey, are you sure you don't want to buy these? And Nordstrom does the same thing quite often. And you can do the same thing with your adventure tour company fairly simply. So the nice thing about Facebook ads is that you can get really great messaging at a low cost. There are quite a few different ad formats. You have images, carousels, videos, offers. Offers allow you to give 10, 15, 20% discount, $25 off when someone clicks the ad and then it sends them an offer code. Messages allow them to actually interact with your Facebook business page directly using the Messages platform right when they click the ads. So that's a really cool way to engage people real time on the fly. And then videos and carousel ads are maybe what you've seen before. So on the left-hand side here, this is an example of a carousel ad. The outdoor tour companies that we've worked with will oftentimes throw various different versions of their service, maybe in this carousel ad. So if you offer a Segway tour and then zip line and then a walking tour, something like that, then in this carousel ad, you can show those 3 different tours, maybe with prices at the bottom, and the ability for someone to then learn more about your company, learn more about the different things you offer, while also staying in front of them after they've viewed you for the first time. On the right-hand side here, it's an example of a video ad, which is fairly straightforward. You click that, view it. In the outdoor adventure space, video ads work really well because it's a very engaging experience. People want to see what's going to happen, what the tours look like, what a zip line feels like. It gets them excited about the product, and so videos work really, really well. You can use these videos, any video that's from your website, you can just repurpose it here. You can repurpose it in YouTube retargeting, which will be a future webinar. So videos, you only need 1 or 2, and you can really pull them out across the web so that people can see what they're going to get and then get excited about your tours. The other really nice thing about Facebook retargeting is that it's incredibly inexpensive. You can run retargeting as low as $5 to $10 per day, which is just a couple $100 per month, because your audience list and the number of people you're hitting is not incredibly large. It's just people who are interacting with you. So just people that are going to your website, going to your landing page, visiting different website assets that you have, regardless of what it is. And so you don't need to spend $30, $40, $50 a day to blanket this entire market. You're being really, really highly targeted and specific and only spending $5 to $10 a day, maybe $150, $300 per month. So when it comes to Facebook marketing, Facebook, the general rule is far better to complement your other marketing efforts than to be your primary marketing effort. The reason is that the intent is different on Facebook. People are not going to Facebook to search for outdoor adventure events. They do that in Google AdWords or Bing or another search platform. So when they do then search for your services, they find you, they might see your landing page, then a cookie is going to be dropped on their computer, and when they go back to Facebook, you will follow those prospects using retargeting. The general audience targeting in Facebook is extremely difficult, to some degree. I don't want to say impossible, but it's not very highly converting. There are a couple ways you can maybe target people that are visiting your area, but they're not going to be nearly as targeted as Facebook retargeting or Google AdWords search. So with the retargeting, you'll bring them back to your company if they haven't booked already, and then you can use incredibly rich media to engage those visitors with videos, carousel ads, canvas ads, which we didn't talk about, messaging, all sorts of things. So that's really the takeaway for using Facebook with your outdoor adventure marketing. We are Outdoor Adventure Marketing. We specialize in lead generation. For outdoor adventure companies, we do ATV tours, snowmobiling, ziplining, skydiving, all sorts of companies that offer tour-related events for people that are usually traveling and visiting locations where they want to do something fun. So next week, we're going to be talking about if you're sending leads to your website, you might be throwing away business. There are a few different ways to convert on leads and really improve your conversion rate when you actually are getting visitors going to your website. And so we're going to be talking about that and how you can increase your conversion rates by potentially not actually sending leads to your website. So now I will move on to a couple questions, if anybody has any, just related to anything Facebook or retargeting or pretty much anything in general. And I'll just keep an eye on the chat interface to see if anyone has any questions. All right, so Rebecca asked, do people need to like my page to see the ads? People do not need to like your page to see the ads. The nice thing about Facebook advertising is you can target essentially anyone in the Facebook network through different types of targeting. So if you're doing audience targeting like I talked about before, you can really just hit any network that covers your audience. And then if you're doing the retargeting, that will just show to people that have viewed your website or your landing page or whatever the case may be. They might end up liking your page when they see that, but they definitely do not need to do that right away. All right, so Susan, how long does it take for people to see my ad after they see my site? This is generally very close to instantaneous. So if someone is visiting your website and then they go right to Facebook, there may be a short delay just as it propagates through Facebook's network, but this is really, really quick, and it should happen right away. All right, well, we are right at 10:19. If anybody has any other questions, please feel free to reach out and ask or shoot me an email at the end. And thanks again for joining us on our Tuesday Outdoor Adventure Marketing webinar, and be sure to join us next week. Thanks a lot.